Ever notice how some people just seem happier no matter what's going on? What if I told you there are whole countries where happiness isn't rare? It's the norm? Today, we're counting down the top 10 happiest countries in the world. And number one might actually surprise you. If you've ever wondered what life feels like in places where stress takes a back seat and community comes first, stick around. Because by the end, you'll see the common thread that ties the happiest people together, and maybe even get ideas for your own life. Mexico has been climbing the ranks recently, and it's not because everyone's suddenly richer or living in luxury. It's because of something money can't buy: family. Strong family and community ties are at the core of Mexican culture. People take care of each other, share meals, and genuinely enjoy life's simple pleasures. Add in a growing sense of optimism and better social support systems, and it's no wonder Mexico broke into the top 10. Imagine warm evenings filled with laughter, tacos, and music. That's happiness Mexican style. Now here's a tiny country with a big smile. Luxembourg is one of the wealthiest nations on earth, but it's not just about high salaries. People here enjoy extensive social protections, excellent public services, and political stability. Basically, you know the system's got your back, and when you don't have to constantly worry about healthcare or financial collapse, life feels a whole lot lighter. Despite the challenges it faces, Israel remains high on the happiness chart. Why? One word: community. Family bonds are incredibly strong, and there's a culture of support that keeps people connected. Add in a vibrant lifestyle, constant innovation, and food that brings people together, and you get a society where happiness isn't just a goal, it's woven into daily life. Norway is what happens when economic stability meets jaw-dropping natural beauty. Picture fjords, mountains, and clean air everywhere you go. But that's not the only secret. Norwegians benefit from universal healthcare, great education, and a social welfare system that keeps inequality low. In short, fewer worries, more peace of mind. It's like living in a place where the safety net actually works. Costa Rica isn't just beautiful, it's a lifestyle. The country's motto, Pura Vida, literally means pure life. It's not just a phrase, like it's how people live. They focus less on material wealth and more on community, health, and the environment. Imagine a place that ditched its army decades ago and invested in education and healthcare instead. That's Costa Rica, and it's proof that happiness doesn't always come from having more stuff. The Dutch have figured out something most of us struggle with: no balance. They work shorter weeks, which means more time for friends, family, and hobbies. The Netherlands also ranks high in civic engagement and trust in institutions, so people feel safe and heard. Add in canals, bikes everywhere, and that famous Dutch openness, and you can see why happiness here flows as smoothly as their rivers. Sweden takes equality seriously. Gender equality, wealth equality, work-life balance, it's baked into their culture. Parents get generous time off with their kids, healthcare is universal, and there's a strong focus on sustainability. And because of their social safety nets, people don't have to constantly worry about falling behind. Happiness in Sweden feels like a calm, steady rhythm rather than short bursts of excitement. With only a few 100,000 people, Iceland is like a giant extended family. The small population means strong social bonds, but the happiness comes from more than that. Corruption levels are almost non-existent. Nature is around every corner, and people look out for one another. It's the kind of place where if your car breaks down, someone will stop. Not to rob you, but to help you. That sense of trust and belonging is priceless. If there's one word people associate with Denmark, it's hygge. That warm, cozy feeling of togetherness. Danes don't just talk about happiness, they build it into their daily lives. They score high in generosity, social trust, and equality. And interestingly, older adults in Denmark report some of the highest levels of happiness in the world. It's like they've cracked the code on aging without losing joy. For the 8th year in a row, Finland wears the crown as the happiest country on earth. What's their secret? Trust in each other, in the government, in society. Corruption is minimal, healthcare and education are accessible, and nature is always within reach. Imagine finishing work early, heading into a quiet forest or sitting in a sauna with friends, and actually feeling safe and supported in every aspect of life. That's Finnish happiness. It's not about wild celebrations, it's about everyday peace of mind. But here's the challenge. Most of us live in countries where inequality is rising, trust in government is falling, and work-life balance is, well, let's be real, non-existent. So the big question is, how do we bring some of that happiness magic into our own lives, even if we're not moving to Finland anytime soon? If you look closely, all these countries have one thing in common. People feel secure. They trust their communities, they have safety nets, and they make time for real human connections. That's the key moment here. Happiness isn't about chasing something new. It's about creating a life where you don't constantly feel like the ground will fall out beneath you. If the happiest countries share these secrets, imagine what we'd find if we dug into the unhappiest ones. Subscribe and we'll uncover that next.